Welcome to CallumConnects, 5-minute entrepreneurial inspiration for your day. Our guest today on CallumConnects is Dr. Brooke Stuart. Dr. Brooke is the founder of Let Go and Grow, international and holistic doctor in private practice, where she assists her patients in unlocking their own intrinsic power to heal.
A hurdle I faced as an entrepreneur, well, of course, there have been so many. I think we can all relate to that. But the first one that came to mind that I actually thought had a kind of cool breakdown was my first bad Google review, or my first subpar Google review. And it was an interesting moment because it actually, in a strange way, almost felt like relief, because it's kind of only a matter of time where you maybe get 3 stars, 4 stars, 2 stars, 1 star. If there was 0 star possible, the customer, or in my case, the patient, wasn't happy. They weren't getting what they wanted from my service. And it was interesting because it stung at first, but it caught my undivided attention. And from there, I was able to ask my colleagues how they typically handle it. Being in the medical profession, I wanted to handle it with grace. I would have never reacted to it. That's just not really my personality anyways. But I really I actually cared about my patient, and I genuinely wanted to reach out and ask her what was going on. And so after speaking to a number of my friends, them relaying that you should do things like, respond publicly, all of these things, I don't know. I just went with my heart. That none of that really felt that right, because it all felt like it was kind of trying to save face, more of an imagery. I just called her and I said, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know I cared. I saw what you wrote. Would you like to come into the office? I want to make sure you get what you came for. I want to do the best that I can. And obviously this is a cry for help on some level. And I want to make sure to address that. And in my heart, that's the best way I knew how to address it is, really asking her directly what was going on." A side note, I was thinking about kind of the message and the essence in this, and I find that all problems can be solved, right? And at worst case, right, they illuminate blind spots. And then there's this other aspect. So when we are met with a problem, we get to actually focus on what we can do about it, and that's a very mobilizing perspective. The other thing that I've learned, and obviously all of us having gone through COVID now, still going through COVID with our businesses, is really how to opt out of the highs and the lows. And obviously a bad Google review is just like a ding, right? It's not like a severe low in terms of business, but it is something to where if we can, learn how to address the highs and lows with grace and ease, we can always then, come back to center and problem solve to the best of our ability. And I find that remembering who I am and what I stand for and my intention, and then being committed to it through fundamentals, is always a way that I can reconnect, kind of reset and remember why I'm in business in the first place. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope that we all can connect on the other side of all of this. All right.
The biggest hurdle I faced was when the company my partner and I built from scratch came under attack and more than $250 million of value was destroyed. If you would like to learn more about that and how I came back from it, sign up at callumlane.com.